Okay, here we are. Eric Holder, will President Trump's administration face legal challenges if it tries to start waterboarding detainees again?
Yes, it violates international law, and with the removal of the OLC opinions, the Office of Legal Counsel opinions that the prior administration put in place, people would be subject to prosecution if they tried to do that again.
Okay. Tom, what kind of relationship will President Trump have with Silicon Valley?
With Silicon Valley, I think the same
stump
relationship.
you there?
The same relationship
like stump the band.
the Israelis have with the Bekaa Valley, I think, in Lebanon. You know.
All right. Will the press be able to fairly cover Donald Trump once he assumes office?
I hope so. They didn't fairly cover him for a long time during this during this campaign.
They fucked up.
Because fairly means actually assessing his statements, whether they're true or not, investigating his foundation, which they didn't start doing till the end, investigating all the dealings his companies had with
They covered
foreign
the
entities.
emails more than any,
So finally,
all the issues combined.
Right.
That's why when I interviewed President Obama last week,
I saw
and
that.
my first question was, socialism. We're still capitalists, but we got to get the money out of certain things like healthcare, prisons, and also I said news gathering, like it used to be, when they didn't care about ratings at the news division. And
But it was never government run, though.
that
was
just
never
makes it
government run,
prestige.
though.
I'm not saying government run. I'm just saying that just let it be a lost leader like it used to be.
I was looking at some of Pew numbers, exit polling, and only less than 50% of Trump supporters even think a free press is necessary in democracy.
Right. It's sad.
Yeah,
especially young people.
Right. And so
Because they haven't been taught civics.
Like, let's be prepared. And also, if you're thinking about giving money places, I would say give money Mother Jones Magazine. I would say give money ACLU. I would say give money to the Committee to Protect Journalists. Because actually, I don't think we can trust the gatekeepers in Washington to do a fair job of covering him.
Are they going to cover the fact that his kids are going to be running all of his property?
No, this is a huge issue.
It's big,
This is
More than
like
a few
this is
conflicts
a
of interest
recipe
there.
for corruption and a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Who cares if they run his properties? I care that they run the country.
Well,
there'll be no line.
He can run the
then-
country in the interest of his companies, and that's
Although, you know
a dangerous thing.
what? Our fate is in the hands of Ivanka.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I think it's in the hands of Mike Pence, honestly, and that could be
Which is even
dangerous too.
scarier than
Because he told John Kasich that he wanted his VP to be responsible for two buckets of policy, domestic and foreign.
They asked him, apparently Kasich said, what's Trump going to do? And
Make America great again.
That's what he's going to do. Duh.
There's a rumor that he's going to keep doing rallies.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's going to be what he does as president, is just keep him.
I never thought, though, Bill, I'd live long enough to see an American election that was shaped by the KGB and the FBI.
And the KKK.
Yes, is it that they both were really wanting Donald Trump to be elected?
Yep.
Well, to be fair, some in the FBI, I think, were that way.
Yes, a faction. That's
A
right.
faction, yeah,
But when
just some in the
factions in the
KGB.
military and the security services want one candidate over the other, this is what the French call a coup d'état. I hate to bring
The
up that.
FBI, they were investigating and wiretapping Martin Luther King, so I think we all have to be aware that the FBI is not always on the side of justice.
That's right. You're
80% white men, too.
John, do you think that celebrity culture contributed to Trump's election?
He's a celebrity, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
totally.
fact that he's famous and that people kind of associate him with wealth and success certainly helped him. And, I think that allowed him to get through a bunch of things that normal politicians wouldn't have been able to get through, I think.
Which is so ironic, because the liberals have almost all the celebrities.
Yeah.
If a celebrity
He has
was
Ted
gonna-
Nugent and Chachi,
Ted
though.
Nugent.
Right.
I asked for a
Scott
poll
Baio.
early in the campaign to gauge celebrity apprentice watchers versus non-apprentice watchers among Republicans. And his numbers were being driven by these people who watched The Apprentice, who thought he was the uber businessman, the super capable guy.
Right.
But there was
And
something
that was
hypnotic
really the
about
core
him.
of it.
There was something watching a guy talking about his steaks and his hotels and his and it was just like, and he would do this crazy shit. And
It was, yes.
And he's a con man.
You couldn't take your eyes off
As a
it
friend of mine
sometimes.
always says, insanity photographs.
And it's all a con because they weren't even his steaks.
Yeah.
He literally, they went to the grocery store and labeled his steaks Trump, labeled those steaks Trump, and they were just from the grocery store.
Actually, as I recall, they didn't even take the labels off.
Yeah, they left them on there.
You know.
He's like, these are my Trump steaks.
Yes.
He just slapped his name on
We're
them.
used to candidates saying the steaks are great, but not like this.
Eric Holder, the ACLU received record donations after Trump's election. Will they be able to effectively challenge his administration if they try to curtail civil rights? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can expect some epic court battles, and that's why I think it's really important to do exactly those kinds of things. Support the ACLU, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, all the traditional organizations that have been really effective in stopping government overreach. And I think we can expect a whole bunch of government overreach with this guy as president.
And throw a few dollars to every green organization.
Absolutely.
And subscribe to your papers.
Right.
Subscribe to magazines. Support
And we
investigative
have
reporting.
got to vote in the midterms.
But
If we do not vote in the midterms, we're going to be in
But it's
so
more
much
than voting in the
trouble.
midterms. We got to vote at the state and local level.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, that's where we got to go. You know?
Absolutely.
And
We've got this
That's how the Tea Party did
redistricting
it.
thing that the president and I are going to be doing so that we can affect redistricting come 2020. But the only way that works is if we get out there and vote at state and local levels. We got to change the state legislatures.
You know that the Justice Department and all the branches in the whole country better than anybody. If he does overreach, please tell me there are still enough sane people to provide checks and balances if he would, for example, go after comedians.
Yeah.
Just
Singers who oppose him in the
I
election.
can't guarantee you that. But there are career people within
Yes,
the Justice
there
Department
are.
who stay there, regardless of who the political appointees are, and they'll keep a vigil on.
My only comfort in all of this is, for the first time in a while, the fact that GOP is in control of all of the branches means they're accountable.
They own it.
Because
They own it.
because they've been the sabotage party for the last 6 years. The only thing they've been doing is saying no to everything Obama proposed, trying to make sure America didn't succeed under his watch, and now they have to make America succeed.
But John, never underestimate their ability to scapegoat.
and also to just,
They'll
like I
blame us,
said,
they'll find
they
a
will
way.
just take credit for everything. I mean, the infrastructure thing. Obama begged Congress.
Put it
Sure.
I remember him
But you
standing
know what?
under a bridge saying,
if it
if
makes
you
them do
fix
it-
this bridge, you can give this guy a job. It's a no-brainer, a win-win.
But at least
it
they'll
was
do
a
it.
bad idea because it came from the black guy. Now it's a great idea.
But at least they'll do it, and that will employ some people, and it'll help people's
I know,
lives.
but it's just-
And I don't mind if they win that battle
It's
and
just
they get it
fucking
done for the
galling
people.
that when Republicans spend money, it's okay. When Democrats
course.
do, it's our grandkids, you know, yes, you're saddling our grandkids with debt.
Of course, of course.
I gotta take a break. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you helping us out.